going on, MSFers? Duelim here, back here with another video. And today, we've got Cosmic Crucible Week 6, Round 2, going against Commander Casey, rocking 232 million TCP. And I currently have no internet, so I'm using the hotspot on my phone. So if the game crashes, we cannot blame Scopely for once. So pray for me, and let's have a good fight. All right, coming in for the first attack, we're going to do Starjammers against Illuminati with a double pre-taunt. So no Odin here, which is why I have the confidence that this will actually work. This is a pretty large Illuminati, but we should be able to get through it. They also have Fortifier on 3 of their characters, so we should get extra bonuses because they have Barrier, so we should be able to do more damage. They'll have offense down a bunch because of someone's passive. I can't remember. But yeah, let's see how this goes. So let's see how Starjammers do against the team that they're supposed to beat without Odin, right? This should be an absolute smacking. Should be. So let's see here. All right, so we're going to hit the ultimate, I believe, because this is the one that now takes off all positive effects, all clear at Okay, cool. So this, hopefully, not sure why he hit over here, but he did. That was interesting. So cleared the taunt from Sasquatch. Now we're going to clear the taunt from Zombie Juggernaut. Almost. I am going to special here and get some damage on Captain Britain. Awesome, that was a lot of good damage. Now I'm going to hit the ultimate with Lilandra, and Lilandra should delete some people here. Yeah, Zuggs is now gone. We also got rid of what's-her-face, Shuri, so she's gone too. I'm going to special here to get the assist, and hopefully with the assist coming out, kills Hank. Hank is now gone. Awesome. So now we just have Captain Britain, and we have Sasquatch. So, yeah, it seems like Starjammers can counter Illuminati, and it's not an Illuminati or it's not a team issue. It's a, hey, they have an Odin with the team that's causing the issue. So I don't think it's really the team having the problems. I should have done the basic there because it hits more than once, and I would have saved a turn. So if I lose by 1 point, that's why. But yeah, Starjammers did pretty well there. I'll take it. Let's get in the next room. All right, coming to Druidor 4, we have Superior 6 with Mysterio going into the largest Liberty I have ever seen in my existence. 7.2 million. This is a 3 million punch-up. So what could go wrong, right? So we got Mysterio stopping immunity on Liberty. And then we've got Superior 6 just there to do Superior 6 things. If you use Vulture here, we learned yesterday that Vulture causes problems because the way Liberty works is when somebody takes a turn, whoever takes the first turn, they get immunity, they get like speed up, they get a bunch of stuff. So if Vulture is going first really quickly, because he obviously gets turn meter per hero enemy, that causes problems with this. So you never want to use Vulture in here. So we're going to hit the ultimate, hopefully clear everything here. They do have the blocks as per usual, but a lot of stuff did get flipped, and that's nice. So let's get the ability block and make sure Cap Sam does not do his ultimate because he'll give turn meter, which would be really bad. We did flip all of the speed ups on everybody except for Cap Sam, so that's a little unfortunate, but that's why I always ability block him, because if not, then you could definitely have some problems. Next up, I'm going to start working on Joaquin here because he is the fastest on the team at 130, so I want to start going against him. Because I want to make sure he never gets to go because A, he's not ability blocked, and B, he also has a turn meter rewind. So not good. Don't want that happening to me. And now what I'm going to do is, I know I have Shocker going pretty quick, but I'm going to ability block here and put the blind out there on everybody. So we're going to get more damage on Joaquin and pretty much take him out. Awesome. Now we got the Shocker with the energy and then the big fat rewind from him as well. So let's do the rewind over here on the clump. So that's going to do great. And then we are going to special on Patriot. Make sure he does not take a turn. That did 5 million damage, and it tickled him, by the way. That's cool. All right, we're going to ult with Kraven. That's going to do some great damage. And, yeah, you see Superior 6 still doing some great things against even new teams with new stats, which is absolutely amazing to see. Let's hit the ult on Cap Sam since he's got the biggest health bar for sure. He's a goner, and now we could probably delete these two relatively easily. I'm assuming War Machine has more health. He also has defense up, so let's go here, and it's a win. 3 million punch-up. Superior 6 is still my favorite team in this game. These reworks were amazing with Vulture and Mysterio. That's awesome. I love that we can still use them. Let's get to the next fight. All right, coming into room number 6, charging power. So we've got Immortal X-Men going against Orcus with Emma. So we have Immortal here to stop the turn meter from Scientist Supreme. Obviously, stop her from doing her ultimate, putting slow out there and all that kind of stuff. So Immortal likes to special anyway, so not being able to use their ults is not really a detriment to them at all. It's actually a benefit, which is why a lot of the times they do not do very well in room number 3 because you really want to special with them. So yeah, this should be a pretty clean matchup. I really don't know what the Emma does here to change things up, but there could be an issue with speed. And apparently there is, so that's interesting. I don't know what happens from here. I guess everybody goes faster because of Emma. So I lost Storm immediately, but I will get a good rewind here with Jean Grey. So Emma changing things up just a little bit. I wonder if that's going to cause problems or not. And I guess there's only one way to find out if it is going to cause problems. Let's get the heal here. So we get the hit. We are still stuck on the minion as well. So let's go here. All right. Scientist Supreme is going now, so now I have slow on everybody, which is not great. Let's get the special here and hit Sentinel. We do have Storm, who's trauma stunned and slowed, so she's going to be stuck there for quite a while, and it looks like Immortal is probably going to fail here, which is quite interesting. I did not know the Emma changed this up like this, but I guess it does. Well, look at that. Who knew? Well, okie dokie then. I guess I'm going to have to restart this and use Cabal in here instead, and then use Immortal somewhere else. Okay then. Did not expect this. All right, coming back in, we're going to do Cabal, Kang, and my own Emma to stop their Emma. So we're going to see how this goes. Kang obviously goes extremely quickly here, so this should work pretty well. It's going to be interesting to see if speed is still an issue here, because I did not think that Night Stalkers would have, or the team I used previously, or Immortal would have an issue with speed, but here we are having an issue with speed, so let's see what ends up happening here. So Scientist Supreme is going to use her ultimate here, obviously. Cool, fine. We're going to get the special here because we don't want to ability block our own team, obviously. I do get a critical hit as well, which is awesome. I also get another turn with Kang here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go all in on Omega Sentinel because her pings are going to cause problems for me. And I do have him as a striker, so that's going to be a triple tap. We do have Nimrod going now, but that should not change too much. Nope, it did not. Awesome. And then we're going to go over on Scientist Supreme now because she can revive. We did have a problem of Omega Sentinel reviving there, so now she's taking a turn, which is annoying. And I think she's going to put a stun on Namor, which is also very annoying. But what we could do here is we can end up doing the special over here, which will probably clear some stuff with the striker attack from leader. So now we have less negative effects on my team. Awesome. And now we can do some stuff and some things. Let's basic here because I don't want to ability block my team because Namor's about to take a turn finally and use his ultimate and rewind and stuff. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. So let's hit the big ultimate. A little bit of an efficiency sink here, which is pretty unfortunate because Omega Sentinel revived. So thanks, Scopely. No matter how bad my internet connection is, I'll still find a way to blame you. Don't worry. All right, well, I'll take it. Took it out. Let's get to the next room. All right, coming into room number 5, we're going to try Immortal X-Men into Extreme with Rogue, dropping Sunspot. So this should be pretty straightforward. Even if I accidentally kill somebody, the turn meter won't happen for Forge with the Cyclops passive because I have Immortal X-Men, obviously, Jean Grey with the full team. So this should be good, but I also said the same thing about Immortal into Orcus with Emma, so that's nice. Yeah, the good news is as well is... Nightcrawler will not special, so he's just going to basic here, which does nothing, which is awesome. And then what we're going to do here is we're actually going to get a trauma stun on Forge because he's one of the only ones we can trauma stun. Now we have slow on some people as well. We're also going to get a striker attack hit on Rogue here. Just kidding. She dodged it. I thought that was unavoidable until just now. So no striker attack on Rogue. No rewind on Rogue either. But she's just basicing, so who cares? Doesn't really matter at all. Let's get a special and start hitting Gambit because he's got defense up and safeguard and all that stuff. Now we're going to get the clump, so clumping everybody together, awesome. No permanent kills there, obviously, but we do get some revives taken out there. So now Cable is going to take a turn and do some rewinds, get some kills there as well. And I think with speed up, we should have Storm going before Forge because she's got the speed up. There it is. She's got the big fat ultimate. She's not going to kill Gambit. He's going to live with literally 1 health. You're kidding me, right? 23,000 health, by the way. Man, Scopely is testing me today. Holy shit. Okay, it's fine. That has a permanent kill. Let's get in the next room. All right, coming into room number 2, we got Spec Ops. So we're going to do Night Stalkers with Black Cat. Black Cat's going to stop the speed up on that Pav, so we don't have an issue of Pav doing some stupid things right away. Obviously, the pre-taunt is going to soak up the Noir hit as well. And then Night Stalkers should just have their way with Spider Society, right? Right? I've never lost to Spider Society. That's not something I would ever do, especially in a Envoy tournament. I've never lost with Spider Society. Never, ever, 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 ever. Yeah, I hate this team. So let's see what happens here. So Noir's obviously going to go because of the turn meter, but I have immunity on these two, so it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do from here is I'm actually going to, let's go here. So this is unavoidable, so let's hit the 3-piece over here. Get a nice rewind on Peter B because I don't want him doing stupid things. Awesome. Now we should have, yeah, we should have Oath going, so I'm going to put the exposed mechanic on Peter B because I want him getting hit every single time we hit into it. So he is taking a lot of damage. We're going to get a big fat ultimate from Agatha here, which is going to do a lot of damage, put out heal block as well. And probably end up killing these 3, which is really nice. Yep, all 3 dead. Now let's get a stun on Penny Parker. It did not land because why would it? But the good news is with the bleeds and with Man-Thing hitting into Penny, she might be dead from this. Might be. Die to the bleeds. Die to the bleeds. Die to the bleeds, you stupid mech. She didn't die to the bleeds, by the way. Cool. And then you literally stunned my biggest damage character. You suck. All right, so let's hit the ult here and take off all the positive effects from Ghost Spider so we don't have that issue going on. Let's hit the special on Ghost Spider as well. This is hit primary and adjacent. Penny Parker just staying alive as long as she wants. Let's hit a basic. You're dead now. Awesome. You're going to make me take another turn, aren't you? Of course you are. Let's hit the ult. This might do drain or something. I don't know. All right, well, that worked out pretty well. We had Black Hat kind of low, but it is what it is. Let's get into the last room, and we're using Null on offense. All right, coming into room number 3, we're putting Null to the test day 1. So he is 4 yellow, 1 red, gear 19, level 105, purple ISO, striker. So the thought behind this room is Mephisto into Mephisto. Obviously, Null is going to stop their Mephisto from gaining empowered. I am going to APOC punch pretty quickly. But remember, I cannot get my exposed mechanic out there because A, I can't special turn 1 with the Mephisto pact because of the room rules, but also we have Annihilators here, so he's going to stop that. So I'm going to put the exhaust out there and hope it's enough, and then hopefully we have Ultimus with a really nice ult right away because of the pre-taunt, and then Shadow King can do things, and then it just wins from there. And hopefully APOC doesn't get one-shot by something stupid, because that would be stupid. So let's see how this ends up working, but we should have enough armor from the Mark of Mephisto. So we are going to have the ultimate here. We're going to get the exhaust out there, obviously. Super Scroll almost got one shot, which is quite funny. Mephisto does get to ult right away, so that's cool. And now we should be good because we have an exhaust out there and they do not. So this is going to do a lot of good things. We're going to do a lot of damage with this ultimate as well. We've got Shadow King pings doing a lot of damage. Shadow King is going to ult now as well, take off all those positive effects from everybody, kill Super Scroll as well, which is awesome. The ping is going to continue hitting into Gladiator, which is great. Null still staying alive, which is awesome. We're going to hit the big ult here. And that's going to do a lot of damage. Null assisting a bunch on this is really nuts. So that's really, really cool. So let's get the punch and the ISO attack on Mephisto here, and hopefully that ends up killing him with all the pings. It does. APOC punch here. So this was an absolutely flawless Crucible if you don't watch the fight in room 6. So let's see if my opponent was not flawless, because he did not have Mephisto on defense. But he did have Mephisto on defense, but he did not have Odin on defense. He had Odin for offense. So let's see how he did. All right, 49,791, a near flawless Crucible, except for room 6, obviously, because I'm an idiot. Let's see how my opponent did. And did it end up costing me? Has he not attacked yet? He has. Okay, he got 41,412, so it looks like he didn't even full clear. So interested to see what happened here. Room 1, he used Mercs for Money with a Black Cat here to stop the revives, which is fine by me. Again, not the best efficiency, 8358. Still had to use an Old Man Logan to beat this, so I will take it. Next room, use Starjammers into Spider Society. Fascinating. Okie dokie. What a choice that was. Room number 3, probably could have used Starjammers here to make this a little bit cleaner. Instead, he used a Ares, SK, BK, Kang, and Kahori. Combat canceled, then came back in. So, interesting here. I probably would have used Starjammers here if I was him. But hey, interesting. Room number 4, Night Stalkers into the Retaliate room. Absolutely shredding it. Fine by me. Room number 5, Immortal X-Men, barely getting the job done as a one-shot, though, so that's pretty great. That's awesome for a one-shot. I'm assuming my Omega Red ulted and almost killed every single one of their members, but my Omega Red is tiny. Don't laugh at me. So he probably didn't kill anybody. And then in room number 6, we had the Struggle Bus. That's right. So we had Infinity Watch. He tried to do the Infinity Watch sack to take out CB, but he took out Sasquatch because I'm assuming CB didn't have a taunt because he's got ability block, so he's not using an ability to gain taunt, so that doesn't work. Then he used APOC, Phoenix Force, Odin, Echo, got down to the Odin v Odin battle, and then came in and tried to clear it with New Warriors. Not sure what happened there. Might have walked into an ultimate and just died immediately. So he did not clear. He also did drop an extra fight here. So let's say he one-shotted 6 somehow, which was never going to be his plan. I would have won nonetheless. So I will take it 2-0. We are slowly but surely redeeming ourselves from the absolute mishap that happened last week of an 0-3. So hopefully we can finish off the season strong just before we get into Ultimate 32 and the game kicks me between the uprights and I lose all of my Tribunal rating because Ultimate 32 is terrible. But we've been sharing the feedback to not let it affect trophies. Let's see if Scopely listens to us. I highly doubt it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this has been Duelum. Later, MSFers.